Research and creative productions at Morehead State University is very, very important for the success of our faculty, for the success of our students, and for the success of the university at large. Research embraces a wide range of activities at MSU, all the way from the basic sciences to the humanities and the social sciences. And dollars generated from extramural sources, both federal, state, and other, do a lot to make it possible for our faculty to be the successful professionals that they hope to be.
Many people in the region and the area aren't aware of the depth and the breadth of research that takes place on campus at Morehead State University. And to conduct that sort of research, it involves a lot of administrative oversight, from budgeting, from compliance of regulations for the agency, and all the way to if you're involving human subject or animal subjects in your research. And so the function of the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs at Morehead State University is to ensure that we comply with all of these rules, that we help our faculty from cradle to grave, so that we can remove all those administrative barriers and let them conduct that research, for the benefit of the students and for the benefit of the institution.
Here at the Space Science Center, we do about $1 to $2 million a year in research grants and contracts. In the past it has been more fundamental research grants. Now we're moving more into contract work for private sector aerospace companies, for government agencies, for NASA, for Department of Defense. And it funds a lot of the work, the space missions, it funds student research, it funds staff positions for us, it buys equipment, it pays for travel, so it is an integral component of the research that we do here at Morehead State. The Space Science program is a very applied, hands-on engineering program, and to learn engineering you have to do it. And so to get the opportunities to actually design, fabricate, test, and operate spacecraft is really unprecedented at the undergraduate level.
Outside research has played a huge role in my experience at college. It's allowed us to work on projects such as CubeSats or subsystems for CubeSats that we take a lot of pride in, to show this world that Morehead State Space Science Center has a lot of potential in the work that we do here.
We have the opportunity to work with so many amazing people and businesses. We are contracted out by different companies that we can actually get jobs with in the future, which is great because they recognize us when we give them our resumes.
It's important to the work that we do, tremendously important, because it pays for student research assistance, it pays for travel, it pays for staff positions, it pays for the space missions, it pays for the launch opportunities. So it really is integral to the research that we do at Morehead.
We're able to work on actual projects that would be very expensive without the money that we get from these sources. So we're able to launch vehicles into space and track these systems as they circle our planet. They really give us a great opportunity to do real world work.
Really fortunate in the last few years to have several grant projects that have been funded through the National Institute for Hometown Security as well as the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. And we've been working on projects such as real-time tracking of hazardous goods shipments in Kentucky to help keep them safe, as well as working on a dams project to help keep dams safe and help to prevent and mitigate terrorist attacks on dams. And the current project that we're working on right now is a study of the global supply chain for chemicals, and in order to determine the dependency and vulnerability that the U.S. has on foreign manufactured chemicals in the United States.
I think that any student looking for a university is very fortunate to come to Morehead because they do have so many grants. It's just that the faculty are so involved in, especially in the School of Public Affairs, in keeping you informed and involved in different research, in conferences, trips, experiences that you don't get in the classroom.
Outside grant money coming into Morehead State is utterly crucial both to support faculty and students in their research. This opportunity for students and faculty to collaborate is something that tremendously adds to their graduate education as well as undergraduate education.
The external grant funding received by Morehead State extends all the way out to the university farm. The project that I'm working on is a community engagement project between Morehead Youth Development Center, Morehead State University's Veterinary Technology Program, and the Department of Juvenile Justice. We bring greyhound dogs in from the racetrack in West Virginia for like a retraining and acclimation process so that they can be placed into pet homes. So the youth at the Morehead Youth Development Center go through a training program to prepare the greyhounds as a canine good citizen. The grant money is very important to us because it helps support the medical care for the greyhounds, and that is part of our teaching program here at Morehead State Vet Tech, and it makes sure that the greyhounds are well cared for and receive the best health care before they're adopted into families. This program has been an amazing addition to the education process here in our veterinary technology program. It allows our students to be involved in the community from the very first day they start college.
A year ago, I received an NSF EPSCoR grant that allowed me to hire 2 undergraduates and a graduate student for a tiered mentoring program. One of the undergraduates was Sharon Brooke, who's a non-traditional student. This has let me show Sharon all of the different things we can do with organic petrography and palynology and what it means to look at fossils in a bigger context. Our overarching goal is to better quantify carbon cycling in the deep past.
30 hours a week over this past summer, I focused mainly on just the research and was taking 2 classes at the same time, and I enjoyed it. When I came back to school, I didn't imagine there would be an opportunity like this for me. I mean, it's unbelievable the opportunities available with it, and it's opened so many doors for me.
Sharon was able to present the results of her work at the International Palynological Society meeting in San Francisco, where she was one of only 2 undergraduates at the entire meeting and one of only 25 students. So that was a very, very big deal.
You know, we're very proud at Morehead State University of the successes that we've had in research and creative productions to date. However, we have a lot more to do. And in these days of decreasing federal and state dollars coming to higher education, we're going to have to redouble our efforts in order to maintain this same high level of success that we've had in the past. But we look forward to the challenge.